Today na the 20th day of October 2022. The PI system don't surface again. The PI system don't come back again. And this time, there he come. He come, oh, he come. He come for sure say he ready for make inside the next election for parliamentarian them. Now that system they go get for use. A lot of people, when the news break today, begin to say, wait, so that's how the PI system when parliament is going to do. Actually, parliament not be to go in do. Parliament not be discussing. If you remember, fine. You remember say, them being say, it already there inside the constitution. It left to the president. If you want to use them, well, you go use them. If you don't want to use them, well, you not go use them. Now that thing that began to say, wait, so, oh, they go chuk this PI system, must I be in Leone? Well, the commissioner for the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone today don't broke the news say now the PI system now get for use for the next election come 2023. It look like say some man not be they pay attention when the conversation be the go for the PI system. Because that today, some man begin to ask questions. Say, what to? No, what's in the PI system? Eh? Now today they ask, what's in really in the PI system? Well, you don't let to. Because if you remember fine, you go no say, there was even a debate. Will be even streamed now. Organized by Sarah I Debates. You be watch him. You be get Julian Spencer. Don't forget the next man in name. Then you be get Lena. And I don't forget the other lady in name. The ladies were against the PI system. And the man them be they in favor of the PI system. When they begin jam, Julius Spencer, not today give up. He said, no, me, I don't even know what's inside this PI system. I just can't come up at this debate for can represent in favor. He give up because man begin point finger for him. Say, Dr. Julius Spencer, and I say, yeah. Let her give up one timber. I no mix. But today, this na wetin the commissioner tell we na Twitter. In accordance with section 38A of the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone, 2023 election will be based on PI system. The commission will release public notice at the PPLC meeting tomorrow, the 21st day of October 2022. The PI system for votes for parliamentarian now will be used next election. Dr. Sylvia Blyden say, unless another unique statement they come out from President Bio, by tomorrow. I don't see any legal basis for this election, for this decision by the election chief. So, me doctor see we are blinding. I dey wait for tomorrow for that public notice where he say in go pull for clarify. For now, a key section 38A condition for PR system not exist. Like a cook say Tripoli. You read section 38, section 111 of the Constitution. It said the PI system they do, but it confused it because section 1 talks about district block system. This one, we get for need lawyer. And so Michael Cook can say. I can say, if one put smart by this, we go need a lawyer. Because waiting do. It's a confusion, did he? Now, yeah, I go talk and back say, Salon Constitution. The lawyers the working there for. The lawyers the way they against. The same section. Watch the na parliament. Eh? If section 1 say, you know, for look by the eye, subsection of that section 1 day in subsection 1 go tell you say, well, you can look by the eye if not the one yai. Then the subsection 2 go tell you say, no. Subsection 1 they talk about one yai, but subsection 2 one for base subsection 1 in one yai 1 to 2 yai. Then subsection 3 go tell we say, well, because of what in subsection 1 and subsection 2 don't tell we, well, you can look, if you look all 2 yai, they take a like for saying a bad yai. Hey, now that's the Salon Constitution. So, it just depends who say the lawyer there wants him up. Eh? Now they depend. But the Sabi quotes exactly inside this. We've seen them before now. We don't see them. Francis George, thank you for the stars. We don't see them before now. When they try to explain this particular PR system. For we don't forget. Today, now straight up. We don't forget. I want to bring to we force evidence now, with discussion, with debates between Honorable Abdul Kagbo of the APC and Honorable. No, wait, slow do Abdul Kagbo first, eh? Yes, slow do Abdul Kagbo first. I'll do one first. But Famulem, in favor of the PI system, because they begin to explain. This will be 98.1. Yeah? 98.1. Now, this mini debate will take place for and against. Let's listen to them. So you don't forget what's in the PI system they talk about. I believe say this will bring you up to speed, make you listen for and you listen against the PI system. Let we go.
Honorable Abdul Kagbo as the party in one way they against the PR system and then believe see the Electoral Commission for Salon for continue with the constituency system where the country they practice now. You don't listen to Honorable Gevao. In believe see with the introduction of the PR system, you will get member of parliament them from all the region them in the country representing different political party, and the issue of stronghold no go too common again among the political system.
Well, the problem I always they get with SLPP members of parliament on this PRX system, they know they explain to people for let them understand what's in the PRX system they about. Then go just say stronghold by election and they not go fet again. We general election, they know they fet. Yes, let's go to explaining what's in the PRX system they about. Let's take me on district as for example, when I put local district. Under the PRX system, no constituencies no dey. Each political party they send, if let's say Polok on 10 constituencies they. Each political party they send 10 names to NEC. In fact, 20 names, because they send the substantive, they send other person. So that if that person they die, that other person they replace them. So then they send 20 names for them, 10 constituencies then they to NEC. Each of the political party. First disadvantage of the PRX system, if you're not independent, you know they ever stand. Except you in a political party before you stand. So one, we get the freedom of association. As we get the freedom of association at the constitution, we equally get the freedom of disassociation. So you don't deprive them people and the way no they're in a political party, not for participate in the electoral process. We feel say that they crude, we feel say primitive, and we feel say they reduce the democratic credentials of the country. But not so that they're not the problem. Yeah? Where the political parties then send their names them to NEC, then they send them by priority. Let's say APC they send 20 names. And then go say, something na Honorable Latif we de Poloko na in the force, Honorable List na in the this. Then me Honorable Abdul Kabo, something then go put me name 8. Then NGC where they send, then said they send 10 names. SLPP then said they send 10 names. I will tell you the disadvantage. Where they don't count the valid votes, then they shape them by percentage. And if you look at the bill where they can go under this 12th schedule, then do the mathematics, how then they work the percentage. Yeah? So where then they shape as percentage, where then they begin count, based on the percentage, let's say the 10 seats na Poloko, let's say APC gets 70, let's say the total number of valid votes na 10,000 votes. Then out of the 10,000 votes, APC gets 7,000. The 7,000 votes where APC they get, it means say out of the 10 names that way APC send, now only 7 people, these first 7 9 they go. Me where they 8, I know they go parliament. Yeah? And let's tell you the effect. Sometimes then the way you put parliamentary box, the people then go say, hey, Abdul Kabo in name they do. Hey, Abdul Kabo now we on Peking. Now yeah, we want them for Lego parliament. So the people then they go vote for the parliamentarian seat for APC because they know say them Peking they win Abdul Kabo. They don't assume say, just for assume, Latif na possible they elect na Poloko. But don't assume say, in this event, the people in Poloko say, no, we don't want Latif where they force. So we know they vote for APC under parliamentarian because the way they say Naya, we don't want them. You understand? So when they count the percentage, all me votes where I get, it transfer to Latif because na in name they force na the list. So na Latif now in they go na parliament, me where the people then vote for na me own area because they want me, I know they go na parliament. But not so than they no more. Let's assume the first person, because all the political parties they know they angered before they send the list. Yeah? APC can send list, SLPP can send list, NGC can send list. Assume say the first person where they na APC list na from Lonsari Komo. Then the first person where they na SLPP list na from Lonsari Komo. First person where they na NGC list na from Lonsari Komo. So after they don't read the result, don't count the valid vote. If APC send one person from Lonsari, SLPP said the first person are from Lonsari, NDC said the first. It means say Lonsari alone they get 3 members of parliament. When you go kana Kafubulom, they no get member of parliament. So now Lonsari member of parliament go they come on for can oversee Kafubulom. Or na Wellington member of parliament go they come on for can oversee Lomley. Lomley no go get member of parliament, but virtue of the priority of the list we then send. And 3, not all the people there again they determine whether they go na parliament. Now the political party, now they determine. Now the names the way the political party they send, now the neck they take. So the people have no business in determining whether na the MP. Even if they not see the MP,
Honorable,
the MP not represent them well.
Honorable, according to you, this particular introduction of the PR system will be a threat to democracy.
For sure, it will deprive the people from having their right to choosing their MPs.
Make a land, please. with the constituency system, una and una member, una constituents them now, I can get contract say, send me na parliament, I go ensure say I make bill them, I take part and debate say we go benefit una. But now, introduction of the PR system, why you think say now this particular system, the ECSL of Salon with the in partnership with the office of the AG, why you think so now then they bring this kind particular bill before now?
Now the need for Terry, now the need for carry that question answered. Because in 2001 when they introduced this bill, now because we've been just come on a war, constituencies they not been there. You see, constituencies, census, they not been do census. Constituencies, they not been there. And government need for one, there has to be parliament. Now I make them. But this process been failed. That was why we reverted to the one-member constituency system. Now, if you carry this bill, you they tell the people away carry it now, the people away carry it you na parliament as member of parliament. The people away vote for you can a parliament say, una don't vote for me, I don't can a parliament. Now they can make law where they deprive una, not for choose me again.
So,
which is bad.
Honorable Abdul Kabo, you
Yes,
think,
ma'am.
say, if this system go on the fact on the winners take it all, I mean, change no go day in whatever people in the constituency can expect from the member of parliament in terms of development and other things.
Which one are the winners take it all?
The PR system, you say, if now not all people at the peak order for represent them na party, you think say, a lot of give me a question another way. You think say the allegiance of other also ever go in a parliament and loyalty go the more to in party rather than people like constituency?
Now me party they send me name, so why I need for go to meet people then?
But
you know they meet the people, you know they talk to them. Now you party they get business with because even if na Honorable Abdul Kabo the people they want, say they want. If the party not sending him, he no go ever go na parliament.
But again, another view they say now we look at even when people in a constituency they choose whether they want to say that this person will get interest par. Most members of parliament don't live up to expectation of promises they're willing to make to people in the constituency.
The people then go get the right for vote the person out in the next election. But now then they say, even when the people then displeased with the member of parliament, if the party send them, the party puts in name 1 or 2 or 3, it puts in name before, it will still enter parliament. Yeah.
They talk this because you're in an opposition where you know say if this come to reality as in this proposed bill, it will affect you directly.
No.
On another waiting for the bill review.
Let me make this point clear. Remember what maybe they do in introduction. It say currently me na the interim secretary general of the party. Yeah. So I'm not there in a position where I'm afraid say sometimes my party no go send me name. But we just believe say we not for disenfranchise with people them. We not believe say the people they always forget say some of the members of parliament them they don't disappoint them people them. They not do nothing for them people them. So they want to with law for make them people they not decide again who that for kind of parliament, which is what we are against.
Will they continue to quickly to Honorable Indolo Giva we see
yes,
you want coming.
We get for be patriots in this country. This na my own view. I support the PR system because I believe say in the last constituency delimitation, serious gerrymandering them in Duam. And that gerrymandering not fair to you because some areas are oversubscribed as far as representation concerned, and some areas they're undersubscribed. We they get new cities then they emerge. So let me give you an example. So let's say a district like Karine, for example, has a representation of 8 seats. And the population not actually account for 8 seats. The only way where you actually able to get the true representation for that district now for go by a PR system. We first of all get for determine first the total number of people in that district they do the mathematics, he able as ascertain how many seats that district they forget. So by so doing, no political party no they can talk say Bombali forget more seats than Kailam.
Honorable Gevao, according to Honorable Abdul Kabo, in 2001, immediately the country come out from the civil war. They introduced this same PR system because constituency they not been there at that particular time there. And now again, on our for introduce this particular system where we see statistics alone just don't conduct the midterm census, and also statistics alone get data of the population of the country, constituency then they wards then they.
My lady, the word introduced by my colleague, now misplacement of the diction, now part of the constitution. If you read the provision where this act they come with, It says a general elections of members of parliament other than paramount chief members of parliament shall be by A, the one-member constituency system under Section 32 of Section 38 of the Constitution, or B, the district block representative system in accordance with Section 38A of the Constitution as set out in the 12th schedule. So like I've been done say, this PR system now part of the Constitution, we grown on. We not they pull them from the space. We not they reintroduce them. And the public elections act not just talk say this election next time they go by district block. It also don't say the general election can either be by first past the pool system when a A or district block systems when a B. When you read Section 38A, I hope you get the amendment. It give you the condition where go lead to district block system. If you read them, I get the text of them. That like you write, let's say, if constituencies are not delimited, then the president in consultation with the Chief Electoral Commission go direct say, let the next election be held by district block system. That na part of the constitution. I not been the parliament, it not been the parliament. So all of the argument na self. I'm not saying they afraid them political structure, but so long as it sits well for this country, we say we not go get so much chaos. We say this will country is so pluralized.
But a lot of MP them, Honorable Gevao, the first time when I begin look inside this particular bill here, a lot of MP them, including member them from Union Party, where na the Salon People's Party self get issues with this particular PR system.
I beg to differ. The one that we me don't talk to. Na me own bench, I'll tell you 99.9 day in favor. Every MP we really don't look at how expensive, how oversensitive by elections and the benefits of PR system. I sure say them go support her. The only person every MP go get fear for say, well, sometimes my name not go there, but that is self. And so, me not they look at self, me they look at the general good of the nation.
Honorable, you think say the concern from the opposition party in APC, they really understand the PR system for say the issue of candidates, not just based on symbol, party get for the give to candidates, not all the party get for vote for the candidates. You think they really get much understanding on that? I mean, for to await them fear?
Well, now then they make with the same, make them look at the act very well, make them come, make debate them. PR system, every political party where you really want for vote, where you want for win. Imagine whatever vote where you get for members of parliament also get for add up for the presidential vote. Unless if you want for lose the presidency. Now that makes you get for go put a very unpopular candidate na a defined demographic area who say sits there. Because if you go put a very unpopular candidate na the list, then the people then definitely get for go vote for the other party where come with a popular candidate na the list for that demographic seat there. So it will definitely affect the presidential vote. So I am saying they not actually don't understand the context of the PR system. It's a good law. That is why it is part of our constitution. Not to this bill or not to introduce them. In just the tell we now, it just the expound on and say the system of election, general election, will either be first past the pool system in accordance with Section 32 or the district block system in accordance to Section 32A, 38A.
Okay. Continue for the routine of the program, Honorable Gevao. They come back to you, Honorable Abdul Kabo, listening to Honorable Gevao. They encourage you now from the opposition for go back and look this particular bill according to them and not get anything where na bad thing we go and box salon democracy. And also, he say, in belief, say, una not too understand it, some of the things them where they inside this particular proposed bill. Although you don't try for explain some of the issues them. But if now the Honorable Gevao, they encourage una for go na parliament and debate this bill and see if una go able for agree for them. What in una fear from the opposition side?
Well, one, maybe more than Honorable Gevao say, they not introduce the PR system even then at the constitution. Let me make this correction back. Because we've been common a war, and the constitution make provision for one member constituency. Now that make them come with the constitutional instrument in the parliament in 2001 for can introduce the PR system. So it was introduced in the constitution because there were no boundaries delimitation.
Has it been repealed?
They come, sir. at the camp. Now we say no, they're not introduced. I be always then at the constitution.
they say not to
now make at the camp. I
introduce.
didn't talk about the repeal.
Not
You
to
understand?
introduce.
At the camp. You understand? Then secondly, we feel say one, for now we no get people the way go feel say again. Me, another SLPP, another APC. And they can't stand as independent. For now we abolish independence. It's very undemocratic. It dey against the dictates of the constitution, the freedom of association. Anybody will get that, equally get the freedom of not associating. You understand? So we don't cancel independence in the country.
That's not correct.
Three, no independent candidate.
That's not correct. That's not
He not sabi the PR
So
system.
So
That's
what
not
not
correct.
This man
correct
will
is
be
the
no
exact
waiting at.
explanation
The
for
PR
that.
system now for party you dey vote for, now for party symbol now you dey vote for, not for individuals.
Honorable
Now the
Gebau,
party now they send the
Honorable
individuals
Gebau,
there
you
now.
said that's
So if you not get
correct.
party there, you need
Honorable
stand.
Gebau, please. Honorable Gebau, you just allude say
uh,
that's not correct.
I agree with and say institutions will get for send list, okay? But at the same time, it is not there expressly stated that if you now an independent candidate, you not go stand. So let us assume I put my
So provision they
let's
dey
say-
for independent
let's
candidates.
say I
for-
put my name
Honorable
forward.
Gebau, provision they dey for independent
Highly
candidates for
possible. I can
contest.
put my name forward,
Say highly
say,
possible.
I dey put
You
my
know,
name
be sure.
forward, say, me an independent
Na
candidate. If I get the
possibility or
threshold,
provision dey dey, Honorable
yes,
Gebau.
it's not express. If I get the threshold of the vote, I dey go na parliament.
Independent no dey stand, then they only vote for
And they go na
political
parliament.
party symbols.
And one thing
the
wey
political
dey-
party then and then they
One
put
thing
them
we dey
boxes
feel
then.
for
And
the
the symbol
realize,
then they
I dey
vote
give
for.
una this assignment when we go. May anybody Google na ya. The nations the way they practice PR system.
Not all nations.
Okay. I mean, even the lead democratic
Nanka
states
Ubati no more,
are now
they call other
practicing
country.
PR system. I mean, more than you can imagine. He is, like I say, all of them fears now personal.
This
Honorable,
na personal. We dey say let the people them get the right
Honorable
for
Gebau.
choose who that they want.
If
If
you-
Honorable Gebau get confidence in him people them, if he know say he don't serve the people them, he not for be happy for let them pull that right then at the people their hand for let them choose who that them for. Be as member of parliament and then give him party.
Okay.
We as members of parliament, because of the investment the way we don't do now constituency, because of the way we don't interwoven with the people them, we dey insist that the PR system go deprive with people them for determine who that for can parliament. Now na party go determine them, which is why we are against
the
it.
party they also the party.
No,
get
na the
for
party.
vote.
Na,
Not the party get
no,
for
listen.
vote.
No,
Honorable,
listen. I don't explain
Tagbo.
you. Let explain you this
The
back.
selection are just on giving symbol.
I dey tell you now. Listen. Even when the party don't give 10 people their names to neck, the party they put them by matter of priority. Either in name they force, elect them not vote for an your area way come out. Then go vote for other person. Now the parliamentary vote all in the count. Then they say then they transfer the vote. You because you dey 70s that this man will name the force. Now enforce.
So you think say this will affect you directly?
It not go affect me. I tell you my position. Why I own my political party.
All right, Honorable
You understand?
Gebau,
I tell you,
bring in-
it's not for me. It's for the people.
Honorable
Okay.
Gebau, bring in Honorable Gebau. Now, with this constituency system, each member of parliament gets a relationship with the constituents them. Because you know, say after 5 years, you get for go back to them for renew mandate. With the PR system now, your relationship go be with that of your political party because they get for send you name. You think say the people them with the introduction of this PR system, the people then go even sabi their representative, then they go they get conversation. Una go the MP then go they go back to them constituent them for talk to them about bills.
Very much so.
How?
I vividly remember under the PR system, my own direct uncle na been member of parliament for constituency 1, where they don't shape now, Kisi 10 and Kisi Tongi. The seat where it been win, na been for that particular area. Mind you, they not they just send you name, cash blank say, na just for the district. The demographic area, who side the seat there, you dey send 3 names for that particular demographic area in manner of priority 1, 2, 3. So, if you send me name for constituency 003, it is there directly or expressly stated that the seat of constituency 003 now are they represent. So the people where they are they definitely always they interact with them. Albeit the name they come, the format they come under a block system, the district block system. But the seat, the demographic seat, there is a specific candidate representing that particular seat, like what Incessant allude. And also all of this argument, if anybody been done feel say this law where them been done actually amend the constitution was so much of a bad law, it would have long been repealed. But in not they tell me say there is no such law. 2 or 3 or 4 MPs then go come on at the south and the east as APC MPs. I mean that na representative democracy.
In all of this, Honorable Geva, what thing will be the advantage of smaller political parties?
Smaller political parties, they definitely stand a chance of winning seats.
Well, not to say there's a rigid criteria where they go put in place. So if smaller political party them no meet, they no go take part in any electoral process.
No. There is no rigid criteria. The threshold, there is definitely going to be a threshold. Let's say if the threshold is 12%, like the last election, 1996, the threshold was 12 point something percent. If you're not a small political party, you get 12%, you get a seat.
Honorable Geva, if you be there on the opposite, now this will be the same stand.
Certainly so. Right. The way Sierra Leone,
even if we change the bill, it not get no effect. Honorable Geva talk about this PI system. He say go make SFPP then get seat na the north. He go make APC get seat na. As the single member constituency, the one member constituency system, APC get seat na the east. We get seat na the north. We get seat na the south. You see, SFPP get seat na the north. SFPP get seat na western area. You see, so then they not to excuse. Then the card they say this now even something the introduction of the PI system.
So which partner the east one get seat?
Konneh not to east. Honorable Tom Tucker, Isaac Tom Tucker, not a member of the SFPP. You don't say enough for the ask me question. Me na my way there to time and very accurate. Yeah, and Honorable Tom Tucker, Isaac Tom Tucker, not a member of the SFPP. You don't say enough for the ask me question. Me na my way there to time and very accurate. Yeah. And
you know say you know for the ask me question. Me na man with it into time and very accurate. You don't hear it? In favor of the PI system. Honorable Gevao against the PI system. Honorable Abdul Kagbo of the APC. If you don't listen this, though you still say you don't understand the PI system, I don't think they're going to help you. Because this is the best way where I feel say are supposed for able for help you. Now the best way is for make you understand the PI system. Are supposed to then to find honorable there where the one they in favor and the one they against. And I don't know, but as per explanation, what I think say be really sabi for explain the one we in team up for. What I feel say be really. Talibango say in politics all doors must be shut. Must be shut. Leave the door unlocked and someone or something you know like go on for enter. Honorable Gevao say na fine law na make it in our constitution. Amos think them way President Bill don't pull come out na the law right now. Our constitution. This is don't know how President Bill sit down. Amos way don't pull. So for Honorable Gevao for say if fine I make it did it. Well, some people then say back if fine the death penalty fine I make it did it. The criminal libel law it been fined that Sunday. Andrew Lansana say he said the PI system is part of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, and the Constitution is supreme in the land. So, unconstitutional if they choose for the forthcoming election, the debate where they play is only a mere academic exercise, period. Even Parliament not even vote on whether them for use them or not for use them. The only way where they not go able for use them if Parliament amend the Constitution and pull and come out the fail from with statute books. Otherwise, this forum is also purely academic. And so Andrew Lansana, they say. Moi Musa say triple talk and come. This PI system now for keep the current president because he knows say he don't lose the popularity. Kamaskino say why is it that President Bill not do this system where it take over office until the last days, less than a year to election. When I do election, no more NPI system go come skino. Eh? Okay, I see. Because I want to read what Umar Fofana say. Mohamed Konneh say, he say he believes say Honorable Abdul Kagbo know the issue more than Honorable Gevao. Okay. This now waiting Umar Fofana say. He says Sierra Leone President Julius Maada Bio don't direct, listen no, don't direct the next year parliamentary election, make them use the proportional representation way na the PR electoral system. Because the last term, I see people and still say, Parliament reject. No, Parliament never rejected it. Parliament not discuss them. Because Parliament say, if you listen, Parliament say it already done at the Constitution. So they know they discuss them. Now somebody na go catch it, they can discuss them. But the way they see the opposition then begin tower and say, no, not right. So they not discuss them. It was never discussed. But instead, the statement what they make say, they say if the president wants, now he go use them. Now so parliament be talking that tendy. The leader of government, business, all of them, that's what they said. If president wants, president go use them. Well, now, president don't want, president don't give the go ahead, so the electoral commissioner for use them. Because the nothing they be telling a parliament. Say it inside the constitution, it don't they sleep. Well, for one reason, somebody be go chook them by that 2022 electoral bill. Well, then she say, hey, this is not going to work. Enough for their self because it's not constitution. Enough for their. So president don't want. And president don't instruct. President don't direct the electoral commissioner for use the PR system. Eh? The head of the Electoral Commission, this is now waiting Umar Fofana show. Mohamed Konneh, don't tell me Umar Fofana, for say the district block system of the PR na in then go use. In theory, we honorable give out them they explain and I just now, He say na then go use. Under that district block system there, political parties go draw up list of the one them where they want for make represent them na parliament. Political parties go draw list of the one them where they want make represent them na parliament. I believe so if you be they follow the conversation, just know Honorable Abdul Kagbo be they explain that one day. Each of the country's 16 districts and then go gain seat based on the percentage of popular votes where they secure na the district. He said this not like 2002 where the same system then be used, independent candidates will be allowed this time. He say na so source they catch and they see. When they ask Honorable Givao say independent candidates go there, he say most likely, say sometime perhaps somehow. But when the same question was asked to the commissioner at that time, where this thing they make them, he say yes, it possible for make independent candidates day. He said they can able to adjust. If they feel say no more, well, let's go and bug independent candidate. Well, then can fine tune them, make independent candidates day. Pierre go, Pierre come. Now will come back. So because Parliament not be debating, because they be just left a little dumb. So man not be understand. If you remember, that's how Parliament be sit down, waiting the Speaker of the House being say. Nayana Salon. Eh? You like I say, but election, now people them for make choice. So why the people them, their voice not go be heard on the ballot box? Well, then go vote for the party what they want. That's now for the parliamentarian and I get all this. Eh? For the Sila, one for reiterate, waiting Honorable Abdul Kagbo say. It's a condition day and limitation day for this PI system. Then be bring inside 2001 because constituencies not been there. Eh? Triple now this them party no one go straight to the point. SLPP want PI system because then feel say with that then go get some seats na APC stronghold because they can get about 20 to 30% of the vote, but come out less per seat. While APC no want because they're not able get 12% na SLPP stronghold. Taibayo say, so this means say the loyalty for belong to party, the MP, they not need the people them again. Well, we Honorable Abikabu we say that then we waiting Honorable Gevao in say as opposed to that. Alright. So the PI system is what is gonna be used for next election. We see a lot of people. Don't forget to that say we will fight this to the last drop. I'm like, Paddy, I don't know say I can go fight some more. But that one you don't begin cold blood inside. You don't want to I believe say this girl for going to the Supreme Court. Hi. Another test for we court system. That's what I believe. I believe say girl for going to the Supreme Court. It's another test to do for we court system. Another stronger test for them. How they go prove themselves in interpretation of this particular PR system for the 2023 election. Welcome on board, who's friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much to Pule for giving me a platform. And thanks to all our listeners and viewers. And thanks a lot for talk with through. And me on taking inside this electoral reform because I believe in some electoral reform that they bring come inside. But the reform, in other words, then they just try for replace one thing with another one. Now for that, then they say we about say one of the constitution will be don't get, one don't come who don't take in place when they say supersede from 1978. So they always get something reserved where they don't go there for. But looking at the electoral reform state system, we don't go on now, we don't see quite a lot. Some of them, then they come in favor of who that then they give them. But here we go look and say, the question we will ask first of all, if actually this voting system, it will be good for a system where equity go there, economic equity. In other words, that way will help to stabilize the economy, where people then will become involved for develop, or that will help the members, the more they involved, who they get for election, that the area for represent, go able for pursue that equity there. But we don't see that system there in some areas in Africa, work because of certain reasons, where the economy not really work well. So then bring a PR system. And the PR system, where you bring out for me, I see that the economy first, you get for try help. And because when you help them, you're thinking of now, why you bring in it, you say, oh, well, people have not been represented fairly. That not the point where the PR system become. While the other system, when the one way, they say, first past the post, in a one way, candidates, and the votes in terms of choice of individuals. On the PR system, now a choice of a party in place of the one, you vote for the party, and it's going to be in terms of percentage of the individual in that area there. And remember, then they look into chiefdom, then they look into sub areas, and they categorize in different areas. So that's why I believe, say, this system of electoral reform, it will extend, or then go they shape them as then they go along, as they don't begin to shape them. We shape them for favor something, or now for it will be equity or fairness. Say, yes, this thing will bring lasting peace, all man satisfy, all man don't get, because that's the aim of the one that they say PR system. All man no will complain. Everybody they usa it in a kind of a proportional way, where then we are go able to represent una based on that proportion day. But when you come in practice, looking at your own geography and with geopolitical history in terms of boundary, in terms of the way we belong in one party system, don't come to multi-party, come in different way. All them why I just look them, then look at the distribution of ethnic groups and the distribution of other areas then in terms of resources them. So all those things, if you class them now, say now they can't put this proportional representation wherein people all they get for know, they get for try to be the color and the shape of them party. That's all. If you don't sabi the shape and the color of your party, you don't need for sabi the face and name of your candidate or you how they can represent you. If you get for any about advertisement, that's fine. All they get for tell you, vote for this party, vote for this party, and then when they do the maths and tell you now that they can represent you. That's straightforward to the layman. Whatever they twist them, back and front, that na in they happen. Then only get for can give them names for season them, give them good looking, but this is practical way. Even though it they in variants because they get them in different types, this proportional representation. But when we look at your system, I believe say they will adjust them as time they go on. And they will adjust them from chiefdom level if they say there is a favority that is based, as I say, if they do them for favor an individual who they bring the idea. If not that, then we might see sometimes maybe fairness, but the fairness where it will be, I go doubt them because the fairness will only be one way the party favor you. If the party not favor you, they not go put you for let you go day as a candidate for that area day. Una go be one, una go be second, it will be the third, and the third might not even ever get a taste. The second might not even get a taste. Then you they bring again a competition. But then when I go left that side within the party where that selection business they come, who then will put their own candidate forward. The point here is that for saying let them look into how this proportional representation what they want for bring come, if it will become actually widely understood why the purpose they did to the people who get for go cast their vote for no sake how we get for approach the MP there. In case the MP not come from a region or from me own chiefdom, or because of me own chiefdom big, it big so much that then that point they go come say, now this na the favoring part of the one we bring the law. Una cut here, una put here. Because according to the maths, when this chiefdom in number reach so, una get for do this. Now for us, it might have to be changing as they go for add up shapes to this PR as they go, but only hope we not worry that side as they go, then when they say, well, if this not fit, now we take the chiefdom side. If the chiefdom side not it, only maybe for favor. But if it's not to favor, now only for let them go do things so that lasting people then go satisfy, forget. The question lies for say how this then go able for describe them so that they were able to indicate exactly outside the position then they of border and boundaries. But remember that we don't be pronounced again of boundaries and other things. That is in hand. They will not show you the simple math say that this proportion they use for let's get the chiefdom. So we don't know if you don't get the figures, then we will match with that area of changing those chiefdom and adding some areas. That's now one thing. Then the other one now, if you don't get these proportional boundaries, then now waiting will trace the sketch line. We will show you that timeline how they will able to reach them where in case the numbers they wouldn't expect no reach with what they want. But it all comes down to waiting then they do now masking the constituent, I mean the constitution and they mask them, and when they mask them, then they keep them wherein they get different characters. They get the character of somebody when they come as a strict somebody, they come as the character somebody when an easygoing somebody. The mask where this particular constitution when at the section 38, it belong they been masked as a gentleman. But now then they unmask them for sure we say well like this na in be there under. But why did they unmask them? They said they mask up their own ideas based on why then they bring them. When at the masking of the ideas behind the constitution, they would get a doubt of how are you going to do this? Why you they do them? That's now they wait tomorrow. We say they do president. Why is they do them? Because if they don't tell me why then they do them, they don't tell me say no more based on waiting the law say you can do this, you can do this. Why you they do them? Now for the benefit of the party, now for the benefit of the citizens, or now for the benefit of the executive body. Because when you look at MPs, if you are the elect, okay, say like now we'll put them into that area of the MPs, we'll for accept a bit. All right. But what about again if we say the president for choose the leader? You get for go under that PR system? So now then you find out see, the election, you go find out see, the PR system now more for numbers who for make up the party. But remember, now during the same election and they get the presidential election. So you find out see, the system where some parties they use, say for example now in the UK, then they elect the members of the MP. But the president is likely to be toppled out by backbenchers, what they call the 1922 committee. This 22 committee, any minute, once he blunder, 2-3 people are not pronounced, then see say the index, whatever thing don't reach, and they say, brah, now for come out. You like it or not, you get for go. The backbenchers, because they give an authority, say, will not get for pull the president, he not become elected. In na party they select them. So in other words, that if Rahim they be, that na different scenario might say, well, we'll see how they go on. But if we see the executive body and they bring the powers, we don't know why. Let them tell you, there might be something better we will not know, say it will cause. But where in the parties members are being elected, 1, 2, 3, so then the man where they and the two, what it will cause, as I mean, they say competition back, you will bring instability to that party, they back. Like people will say, well, last same way for another person, whether something wrong with another, let push out, so I'm able to forbid the next person to succeed. It may not happen, but those are the scenarios again they bring come because you just for bring things, avoid threats, like avoid this. But some areas it will become internal where it will become a breakage. And remember, you will try for build cohesion, you will try for build unity, you will try for develop, you will try for bring peace, you will try for bring a room wherein it will accept changes so that people then will able to go develop. But if you decide for say to describe members from that mixed member PR system and that mixed member PR system, you get for always the add members that they get 1, 2, and 3. But I only hope see this particular constitution wouldn't they look so because when you look and through it actually a different explanatory system you get because it tell me from Roman figure 5 Roman figure 4 now they didn't talk about that one, they didn't talk about the representation of the people. Now they talk about the voters now come to election commission and function of the electoral commission because instead of taking on they hold on the 32 section 32 now they also now you ready for your own target. Everybody they only own. Everybody they only own. Waiting the citizens, then they hold. Nothing. They are just being bullied. Pathetic. Come on. Thank you very much. Let's go to explanation, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sorry about this. Thank you.
Ah,
God bless.
all right.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank you.
very much, his friend. We want to say thanks to his friend for your own contribution today. If we just join we will talk about the PR system. A president don't give the nod. A president don't give the go ahead to the commissioner, Mohamed Konneh, for use the PR system for the next election. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thanks for bringing me on board, people. I know some people that miss me. I did see the text. Some people they ask ways to say I don't come. Um, interesting as Sierra Leone. You know, when politics favor you, anything you do, people will support you. And when politics turn, any way it turn against you, then all the things that way you don't pass, all the things that way you think say me they favor you, it go against you back one day. Now we decision as Sierra Leone. For me, the PR system, even though in a day or a day now with constitution, AAA, the PR system no favor that democratic principle we they expect Sierra Leone forget. The PR system just they come for give the political party the more power and more be selective. What I mean by that, the PR system not they make we as the ordinary citizen pick with your MP or whosoever where they go represent we. Now the political party now they pick whether they go represent we. So what thing they happen, they don't give boku disadvantage to the citizen them, they don't make the political party don't become more powerful. Imagine when we they pick with cities, we representative them, yet still they're so committed to them political party. Check all the parliamentarians, them they're committed to them political party more than the constituencies the way that they represent. Same thing whether where we they can use this PR system. This PR system don't give the political party serious power for pick who that they want now. So not only we the pick who that we want for represent we, now other the political party think say okay this one here now we they put this person here, and then they put them based on favoritism, based on selective justice. La put on that way they now other they want for put now sign and then they put the. And the other thing again, it bring disadvantage for them small political party them because the threshold we don't know who's waiting at the threshold where neck they can ECSL they can bring yes ECSL we don't know waiting at the threshold where they can bring, so automatically then small party they only can vanish because it's going to be difficult if they not get the threshold, then a waste of time. So for me, I don't think say this particular PR system, you know, that's where we presidents for them give power to for make let we use them. The reason why they say so, we see say this regime they don't pass boku law, boku things them, and most of the things that they pass now parliament or that they give for make the let them implement because then they have power, it's going to favor them. But I tell you, the way that if they lose power, some of these things when they pass go turn against them, and that would be now. The time now we go see all the one the way they support to go against now. Say, oh, not just what we mean, and that's what we done. Even the criminal libel law. When you check history, not so APC carry that law, but now APC at the end of the day now they come for implement them because when they come, where SLPP will bring them, they not me win that power that day. Then come out. So now some of them here we they see. Right now it suits the government, it's sweet for them, let go. But the fact remains, if they lose power, some of these things will begin haunt them. Because if their own political party too get issue, begin get problem, you sabi, the people them back now will get the one the way they elect for represent them. Now the party will put anybody where they want. So at the end of the day, now lots of chaos now the constituency then did. Lots of chaos. Because if you go put somebody when me not sabi for can represent me, sometimes they you don't even know you MP that your area set because now the party they can put who that they can, and not so owner they go say, okay, this person will represent we. Okay, this person is qualified. We don't see a inputs now we community or now we constituency, so long let it go represent we. Not at all. Not at all. So the one that whether in favor, when the thing say this thing good, yes. The purpose will make this thing become inside after the war or during the internet day because tsunami they're not be able for like reach all the area there because one day. But this time all constituency they on. And at the end of the day, you see, Lord, interesting triple A. The other thing I want for say, you see, this government they use the weakness of the opposition because they know say the opposition not there in a formidable force. So anything where they want for do, then they get their way out. If the opposition will get formidable force, some of these things they should have taken it up. Because there are rules and regulations where you dey go through before you dey pass this thing. We still get consistencies them they run. We still get MP the way they represent the consistencies them. So before you dey pass the this PR system, if you don't demolish or if you don't abolish all the consistency, then they and try for before you dey able for waiting and call. But like I say, because the opposition they're not there in one accord, then scatter, then they in fight. Now the main ruling government they use that weakness they for get their way. But again, when this thing go turn, I always they say this wire it suits you when you are in opposition, when you are in authority. I could remember when SLPP media opposition, most of them here they be frown against them. Most of them here now then they implement them. My own concern as a citizen of that country day. Let we do things where tomorrow, even if we left power, we not go regret what we do. I think that my own take triple A for the two debaters them we talk. For me, now my own point I don't say I don't support anyone. But your coach say this na APC or na SLPPD. My own view or my own finding on the PR system now I don't give so. Thank you very seriously.
Thank you very much, Alpha. I want to say thanks to Alpha and his friend for their own submission today. The PR system is here. The president don't go ahead and he don't tell the commissioner, say, Papa Commissioner, do ya go ahead, use the PR system. I make it there so now. Let's open the phone line quick. Just few calls. Just few calls. Let me hear from you. But if you think so, don't do well. In the next 5 minutes, we go left here. Dave Katie, thank you for the stars. The phone line open now. Look at your screen. The green section where you see the scroll and the numbers there one then there. The PI system did not the constitution. And because I find one and I make it did it. Next election for parliamentarian, all the fine rights in them, we go here. All the fine writing, we go here. Yes, Lawrence, 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, boss. I was so below 3 minutes. What I say is, I enjoy Mother be desperate. You won't do anything for making win. It's a case. PI system, what do you mean say PI system? PI system outside. PI system is an intent clause. You have to go to parliament to approve. Not to matter you declare, say you want a PI system. No. The PI system is a system in which you don't have access to areas for parliamentarians and for votes. Matter they play the constitution. And become dangerous for him then. So me no say we not get a PI system first na salon and I'm mad they mad. Konneh, I don't tell you say Konneh, I don't respect Konneh. If Konneh they tell me say double registration, matter be they play. Matter be playing with fire, and fire they play with fire. People are not one time. One bag guest na 700 guys they go so. If you not take 10 to December na 1 million they go. Next year they go 2 million. Matter we cannot handle the economy. So you cannot continue to be president of Sierra Leone. At that point, we put to her. I think I don't say I'm severally now. So the PI system where they talk rubbish. PI system is not operating in Sierra Leone. It's illegal. It's illegitimate. Illegitimate. They cannot do and normally understand, eh? That's the points I want to make.
All right.
Yeah. When I don't do well to the topic, PI system is not operational because what you do, that puts for them to understand. When you want to change PI system, the system they tell you see when you not get because there are two options. This is what we'll get to when I like a simple majority for parliamentarians who get access to the areas. The PI system was used when we rebel war, or we don't get access to certain areas. So you can bring a PI system out. Madabi is just like Madabi is playing. They play with fire and fire. They play with two. They come for them. Where they come for, I not gonna understand. And they tell her like a play. Have a lovely day, sir. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. Yeah. Yes, caller. What are we talk to?
Yeah, good evening. I'm Tripoli. I call from USA.
Yeah, you got
Okay,
3
me
minutes.
understanding about the PR system. I think instead of getting advantage, it depends on how somebody look at it. Both get advantage and disadvantages there. We all know, say in Sierra Leone, whether it is the PR or the constituency system for APs and SLPP, now the party then they pick anyway. If we been get like the American system of primary elections, then you can see it is the people. For example, even in the Ibrahim Kago in the Kago he talks. So I remember during the primary election, I mean this salon that same day. In fact, in constituency where he represent, they didn't even want him. Now lawyer Ibrahim na even want the guy we been put injunction on the second rounds of the presidential election. I don't know if you remember that guy in Papana Ambassador. He was the choice of the people. Even Funkia, the person he was not even the choice of the people. But because we all know, but like Freetown, for example, now the stronghold of APC, now APC they win every city under. So when they get Abdul Kago, the people them vex, stable after some time because of now APC. They look for vote for us. I don't even understand what you talk to now the people they represent. We all know say during in Alex Kuruma in time, he chooses who he wants to choose. That was the reason why they even dissolved the team. The same thing with the SLPP. In fact, SLPP then better, then can get too much. I think because they get too much bookman, and then can even challenge. Because SLPP, when all your sign as Sierra Leone, see independent candidates, they win. No other side independent win as Sierra Leone, except the SLPP side. We even see during Maga in time, it challenge SLPP, it make them. They lost, they get team. But APC, if you reject the party, and are you popular, as long as you are not with the party, they will not vote for you. If not, Ansmana before win some seats, even for win. Because everybody been vexed with them, Saka, but with the election can APC still vote 100% for them party. Then even lost the election very small. And then when they say Madabi, you go win the election by that. No, he will not win. The only way you go win the election by that if not in the British system of government, where now the member of parliament so you get now they vote for the prime minister. We don't have a presidential system of government. We have votes. So that's something is to say Madabi. You will say now by popular vote. So there's no way you will win if you not get the number of votes one by one. So that's one thing. And secondly, the PR system, which make me support her. If I mean the PR system they may use 2018. Kale Yunkela me forget more seats than Sam Sumana. When you check out the votes, he gets more votes than Sam Sumana, but because not to PR system, they only end up forget four candidates. And the other advantage of the PR system, if not 3 members of parliament turn up for a constituency, sometimes me get 30% of the votes, the other one get 30%, the other one get 40%. Even though he won, but sincerely speaking, he didn't get the majority in that constituency. Now that's make them for the presidency, then they do a second round so that at least you go don't get the majority, at least you go don't get more than 50%, so that my majority vote for you, but you can still win with on 10 you not even get 50% of the votes. So to me, again, advantage in this. But sincerely speaking, in Sierra Leone, now the party they choose, it doesn't matter if it's PR, whether it's not PR, it is still the party that chooses you. That's how I look at it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Yes, Musa, you get 3 minutes.
Yeah, Triple, thank you very much. My name is Musa, I call from Sweden. I just want for Rob Mott, small no more. today concerning about this PR system, and which I want for like let the rest public or the country rest assured we go for vote, and like what you last call and say the PR no PR na the party they choose the one they go represent we. So it don't make a need say even the SFP can forget the infight, not only the APC. You understand? And the fight going to be more tense because we are in people that go for the affect themselves inside the party. When supporters they go affect themselves inside the party, and then the community go affect themselves. And more of that. Now go for carrying the seat. But the question I'd ask, is it really timely? You know, they inform the public, forcing us so go for can do. Now, why now? You understand? Now this they fail where she then picking a commodity days and a treat. What they done, they say, oh, we try for fixed control or go for DD. But you have to do things systematically. You know, you go do something like say, I don't know how you do it, like now you also control. Things are not done like that. We democracy no match up for this thing. I'm telling you, man, this democracy will get actually, you don't match up for the kind of things. I would say like 100% is bad. You get the thing get the good part, you get the bad part. But really, the question is, the people are ready for this. The people understand for this. What do the people know? Now, I don't go work for them. And the constituency, you understand? Or the ward. Now, then sabi. Not to the party. The minute say, I will be MP. I will then ask Sweden, I not live for going to salon, go begin for working at gutter, doing kind of rubbish things, and just for spending money. And the next moment, I'm up there. You understand? That's it. So, but this no go go down well. If we are the MPs, then the one only they vote for the MP, they see the people that when you go vote for them, you see them take past next election. Imagine now, what you will put a day. You just imagine that. Yeah, you just imagine that. President Bio, what you will tell no more. Actually, vote. This all to the bill. You understand? We target now President Bio. Finish. We don't get nobody target. Member of parliament, no member of parliament. The main person we want for Laguna that country. Look what happened in England. We know you do plan. You know you do plan. What a one star in that 2 hours can I go sit down. You understand? Now you say no other person can take. Why President Bio? All this you really cause confusion for the SFPP. Thank you very much, Triple A.
Thank you very much, Musa. Oh, this caller don't do up. Okay. You been supposed for waiting at the line. No. I look like say you don't do up. So don't go other side. Or you call, we answer for just waiting at the line. Yes, Umar, 3 minutes, sir.
Hey, thank you very much, my brother. I want to ask question. My question is, this, even the way you don't say the PR system, yeah, forgive me. Now the ask question, because the question is, this because somebody say this thing is illegal or not legal. How not legal? Not true say not legal.
It's in the Constitution, sir. And then the
Go.
Constitution.
Bingo. The problem why I get now with APC, all the time when me can say this, people can always say, why they carry we back? APC not there again. Then we don't talk, say this na new direction. Let them do the new. I they always tell people that when somebody not truthful, now then they bring all kind yegbe stuff. Triple A, this thing, they say that since 2002, the time when the war just done. APC they in power for 11 years. They not be no say, you know what, war done. This particular law, we not want to let it come again in the future. We not say we country not going to go back into war again. But it still sit inside the books. You know what? Now for Baba, we no go there around. Somebody else will come. He go one use them. Even though we fetch no day, nothing no day. They're not going to think like that. Then they will command them. If they didn't care about the same people here where they cry so today say they care about, they're not being the thing, but I say, you know what? No, we take this thing out of the books. This is not good. Same thing with this Nakonia 1964 Public Order Act, where all to the party they can use. This thing on there for over 60 something years. Where policemen they use them. Even though when we get one of the constitution, we overrule this, but police and they rule this government in, government out. Then government here, APC not be no say, you know what? We already get law of the constitution where say people that forget right for protest, people that forget right for gather. This one where them police they use, no move and come out. Because tomorrow, let know that president no can sit down, then begin use them for the people them. You don't go fine. No pull and come out. If una really una party or una na government, according to una now, una care about people. Una only care about people now because una did at the sideline. Una the watch. Una not let putting the go on now, but it be now on a disposal. Everything what they talk about today, it be now on a disposal. Una get every right. Una even attempt for amend the constitution, spend $8 million on the finance by Kruma for rapper return to politician. Even Abdul Kago when they talk, so that lady will first talk before the gentleman will talk. That lady they hit the nail at the head. Abdul Kago not before win. I followed that election. Anybody will come out now that put local area and Lunge Ego test. The person whether you want that project, that guy, that Bangura guy, that lawyer Bangura. Now be the one with the people that talk and that in one of the people that they say because the voice about it, even then na AYD, APC impose this honorable on them. So now when they can talk, say this the one that they did, so the people that not get right. Well, it not be no say it not be get right for the because if he and that honorable if not been primary, now them be left at and lawyer Bangura they beat them flat because the people that talk and say that in the want, but they impose this cabo guy on them. So what about that? Let them ask some question, but say you self the people that not be want you now impose, they give you symbol, they not give that man the symbol. Now make you do a parliament today. You don't know that. What thing they talk about so today? You don't know so that's what take inside. That thing are not fine. We sit down, ABC all the time. Now, just make them wire. Everything whether they look nice today, watch. If they want to win election, moving forward, 2025, 2026, you go anywhere that they see. Things are now waiting at the hand. They inside the constitution. Waiting for change, for help the people. They let it touch them. If APC come tomorrow, they begin butcher the same constitution where they were the butcher. Now you go and read the wire back the talk say this thing illegal. This thing well if illegal, you get now. You know they look at now that everybody look at the landed people and look this constitution. You want wait till when you get at the sideline. Now the tender you the holler, say this thing illegal, well now it's not illegal. Let God help this nation with them two parties. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, Omar. The PI system, now the 2023 election for parliamentarian, now going to be used. The PI system. President Bill don't give the nod, he don't give the go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, Abubakar, you get 3 minutes.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Triple Abubakar from Manassas, Virginia. You know, APC and other opposition parties, they're not for complain because of voting President Bio they bring into the political arena. I mean, for a long time, APC now then they select the people away they go represent na certain constituencies. The constituency, the area which I be born, the people they don't want to see the member of parliament we represent them because the party be bring somebody can say now the party demand this. So and once the man go to parliament, in office say he owe any obligation to the people because not to the people say na go to parliament. Now the party he owe obligation to. So but with the PR system, And I hope say now so you get for work. If say in a particular district, one party get 20%, another party get 30%, another party get whatever other percentage. Say for the next 5 years, those different people they will go compete in that district for the improve the district. And whichever party where the people see will bring development kind of the district, maybe for the next election, the people will be vote for whatever party will not do much, will the people not say and do much for that party for the district, then will be encouraged for vote for that party will bring some development can na the district. Yes, this one party, the winner takes all. For some places, it has not been helpful at all. It not help the people at all. And like I say, these people, this member of parliament, like I said, once now the party bring can say now the party mandates, the people not get a voice and not get a choice for elect other than they actually want for elect. We go represent the way we say if you go to the parliament, you go remember say I'm here representing my people. Now the people in sick make a there. So man not forget them. I mean, I get an instance where I go home, the one of some question and tell me for the area, then go visit the member of parliament at Freetown. The guy just brushed them off. He said he gets some parliamentary business for going to parliament. I mean, these are supposed to be your constituents, the one the way for which you did that host day. If they brush them off like that, I mean, I support this system. I support the system, and I hope so. Say people once this one go through, the people the members of parliament, whoever the party then go compete for the go bring development at the different district them, and then they go arouse the people and go know say, okay. Now we see the party we represent, where they bring something can for where they can improve the social, the physical structure of the environment. Maybe then they go make this loyalty, this blind loyalty to one party. So then they go down. Because if you not do anything for me for the past 5, 10, 20 years, you know, think maybe it's time I can try something here because somebody who just can't today, look what you can do for me. You don't there for 10 years, I'm not sure what you do. So I am fully in support of this move and beyond choosing a new direction. This is all part of the new direction. APC should stop complaining. Men stop for complain. Men stop for complain. Thank you, Mr. Tripoli. And we contribution down there.
Thank you very much, Albaka.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. If we don't call we, no worry. With a return call. You be don't call we. With a knack na you do not. Yes,
Hello?
caller, what would you talk to, please?
Yes. Good evening. This is Mohammed. We call from Alexandria,
We get
Virginia.
3 minutes, Mohammed.
Yeah, I just want to actually make some clarifications where somebody just called the previous caller before this one. We be the try for say because myself na lungi come on anyway. Me na lungi person I do one all go school everything. So like I be even day lungi with all some of the things every day I be this alone any day. I be fortunate to meet up some of them activities and maybe they go on. So like I just listened to the previous caller. They be the try for say Abu Kabo not be that popular, reach that loyal. For the popularity where Abu Kabo be gets lungi during the internet up to this time we at the talk. He popular past all the candidates that we stand na lungi. He popular pass and so same way so he gets the highest votes past most of the all the other places. So let I just make them clarifications and the way somebody who can at the media they try to say Abu Kabo not be that popular then just get the symbol. No. Abu Kabo everybody are they sure at it make and clear on the line that everybody most of the people elect Abu Kabo na lungi because first of all not to that kind of possible he's so humble and he's so open up to everybody from time way even to the school days up to this level. So that just make them clarifications there. Abu get the highest votes for all the MPs that we spam like that place and he popular past most of them and he legally get the symbol. Yeah, that just clear them points and make them clarifications then. All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, caller.
Yeah.
Okay. Things I don't return call to everybody. I don't think so. Oh, anybody call again? If I owe you call, I not see you no. If Owe you call. If you say I owe you call, I not see you. I don't check. The PR system, we dey wait now for the explanation. But again, I just want to remind we, say Parliament not be discuss am, then be pull am comot because then be say he already did at the Constitution. It's up to the president for one for use am. Well, the president be either side and he don't want for use am. He don't give the go ahead to the electoral commissioner for use am. So tomorrow, the electoral commissioner say he go a press release where he go detail. We go find all what we need for know about the PA system inside the press release. We'll be waiting. Also, go wait. Go there back tomorrow. Anna Salon. Nana see Mike the can say one not against her. And the pass her today now. Till we meet again tomorrow. Triple A say Tata.